Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Taking a go out today, see if things come out today, see if things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's not a lot of stuff coming out today. And it's also, I think, the end of DVDs and Blu-rays officially now, in 4Ks in Best Buy. I think so. I don't know. I think they're going to probably still be selling the old stock. But when I was looking online for, what released today, it wasn't on the website. So I don't know. We'll see when we go in there, and see what's going on. But I think it's done because I was looking at articles and it looked like they were selling through the holidays. And then I think they're just going to kind of sell through what they have. But we'll see. Maybe I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping it's like not the end of them, but we shall see. Today, though, new release-wise, the main big things coming out today, though, like I said, it's not a lot. It's the Holdovers, which I really love that film, and then the Marsh Kings Daughter. Those are the two main ones. There might be some smaller stuff that will be at Walmart, like some horror titles and stuff like that. We'll see. I didn't see anything really on Blu-ray.com that I was noticing, so we'll see if there's anything, like any surprises today or anything like that as well. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD and Blu-ray reviews, so some things I received, review, and talk about for you guys, so definitely stay tuned for those as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today and see what's going on at Best Buy. Into Target we go. And as I always say, guys, I'll, show the front as I go in. You guys like to see me kind of going in and then showing the stuff in the front, like the $3, $5, and all that stuff. And we always look at the books, too. There should be some more, like, Valentine's Day stuff. There's some little, like, flower things in here. These little gnomes. Like I said, it's all, like, $3, $5. These are these weird things that you, like, put up on the walls and stuff. But we're taking a look over here, though, in this books. We always see anything that's changed over here in the books. And let me see, anything that I'm noticing different here? Maybe the Iron Flame one. But yes, I don't think there's anything I'm really noticing offhand changed here. But we'll head over to the actual section, though, and see if they have anything out, changed over here today. Like I said, there's only the two releases, the Holdovers and the Marsh King's Daughter, which are the bigger releases. So we'll see if they have put them out yet or not. But I don't know. We shall see, though. Well, nothing new changed out there in the section. Everything was the same as expected. I think, like, if I've been hearing people saying that they're not going to be changing stuff out till like every other week or something like that. So maybe next week they'll put out the new releases. But as usual, nothing out whatsoever today. Into Walmart we go. It's funny though, in the store though, it's like, Squishmallows, like all over the place. You just see them all in kind of random spots and stuff like that. But yeah, it's one of those kind of rare days in here when they don't have the music on, so you can actually kind of like walk around in here and like sort of show the store and stuff. Usually there's like music on everywhere in here and you can't like really show anything. So I always kind of take advantage of it and kind of like go, okay, I can finally get some shots in here, because there's very few areas in stores nowadays where there's not music blasting. So I'm always kind of like finding the few areas that you can talk and everything like that as well. But we'll go over here. I've not peeked yet or anything like that on, what they have today. And hopefully they have out some of the new stuff today, because I remember last Tuesday I didn't see out anything new either. So I don't think they switched the things out last Tuesday from what I can remember. So we shall see, like I said. And I'm definitely in a kind of a weird mood today, because knowing that, they're Walmart, knowing that Best Buy is getting rid of the Blu-rays and stuff is just so strange to me. Like, just knowing that I'm going to go in there and like somewhere I've been going forever, and now they're gone forever. I can never go back into Best Buy again and get DVDs or Blu-rays. It's just a weird thing for me to think of. But over here, though, I do see the Holdovers right there. But I see a couple other new things over here, too, though. I see some of these new, and these are, like, funny. This is interesting. This time around, they have new slipcovers on 4Ks. I've never seen them do these Warner Brothers ones like this. There's a bunch of new ones here. The Willy Wonka one sold out, same with the Beetlejuice and Scarface, but I see a Cocaine Bear one. I see Midway, Pokemon Trolls, Terminator, Knives Out. I think some of these might be older, but I don't recognize all these ones. Divergent, Peanuts. But in here, though, trying to see if I see anything new in here today. Oh yeah, so it looks like they have all this stuff out. So I see the Marsh King's Daughter here. I see the Blu-ray of that one here. And then they have the 4K of Titanic in there. That was out a week or so back. But other than that, I think that's the only new one there. And then I showed you guys right here, is the Holdovers over here, in this spot right here as well. into the second Walmart we go. Yeah, but in here today, though, you guys can see this is the location that never has the stuff out. They have the thing here for it, though, for the holdovers. But in here, though, surprisingly enough, though, they had this randomly over here, the Marsh Kings Daughter one, you know, the Blu-ray of that one for $17.96. This movie was interesting. I didn't absolutely love this one, though. But other than that, though, other than the holdovers, which they don't have over there, and the Marsh Kings Daughter, that was really the only things that they had that came out today whatsoever. And I don't see anything else mixed in this section that I don't remember showing in the past couple weeks. And down here too, they have those steel books, but I've been waiting to see if they get any more of those Terrifier 2 ones, but it hasn't looked like they have, though. But other than that, though, that seems to be really the only things here today new, really. Not like I said, not a big release week today whatsoever, though. Well, into Best Buy we go, and I know it's pretty much just going to be going in here to see them emptying out the section, because there's not going to be anything in here. It's very sad. It's like, when I think of me buying DVDs and stuff, this is always the main place I've always gone forever. I remember even when I was in like school and stuff, like, you know, on Tuesday, my mom would go here during the day, you know, this is back in Maryland and stuff, and, you know, buy the movies and stuff like that. So it's just like, I've always, Tuesdays, like, always gone in here, and the fact that I'm not going to be coming into a Best Buy anymore at all is really strange to me. It's a very, very strange thing, because there's nothing else besides the movies. But we'll see what they have left of them in here. Yeah, like I was saying, it's very sad going in there now and stuff. But you guys can see, though, in the section now, what they're doing is they're starting to, like, empty things out little by little in there. So there's still quite a few things left in there now. It's not like there's absolutely nothing, because I've seen some stores that are like, totally there's nothing left whatsoever in there. But you can see they're not getting anything new, and they're kind of, I guess, just sort of selling through what they have. You know, I may come back next week to check to see, but it's just, to me, it's very sad and grim and stuff going. I don't know. It's just very depressing and stuff. I'm so glad, though, that Walmart is still selling the stuff and is going to continue, and it's going to be getting, you know, the exclusives and stuff like that. So, yeah, Best Buy. It's like, I'm not too happy with them, the whole thing, because it's almost like they just sort of acting like, you know, they're, because they say it, DVDs and Blu-rays are done, and, you know, no one wants them. It's like not the case. It just bothers me. I know it bothers a lot of you guys as well, because, you know, I was hoping to get to have one of the things that I made be for sale in Best Buy. That would have been really cool to me, and now it's never going to happen. It's just depressing. I've been kind of in like a weird crap mood all day today, because I knew this was the end of this. I knew this was coming, so it's just depressing, because it's like, I like coming here, and it's the thing too is, even though they haven't had as much stuff over the years in here, it's still a place I like to go to, and I like to look at, I like to see whatever they get, and they always would get the Scream Factory and the Arrow titles and all of that stuff, so it's just really sad to not, like, you know, think that you never can go in there again. And it's like, maybe this guy, you know, realize the error of their ways and just start to stock maybe exclusives and just carry, like, you know, a small, tiny section like Target does of like one little rack, which I think would do well, and just rotate it, and every month you just have some new stuff. I don't know. I think that people would embrace that, but just very, very sad. But this past weekend, though, movie-wise, though, let me know, though, too, of course, though, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. If you guys ended up picking up anything today. And also, let me know anything new that you guys have watched in the theaters or on streaming. But this past weekend, though, I saw a couple of different films. I saw the Color Purple, you know, which I really liked a lot, you know, which was the, you know, musical remake of the film, which I thought was really well done. And then I saw one that I didn't know, like, going into this, that it was going to be as sad as it was, the one, The Iron Claw. And, oh, you know, that was an incredible movie. Zac Efron was so good in the movie, but oh my God, it's one of those movies, it's a little bit like a Bicentennial Man type thing, where it is so sad, and I was crying so much by the end of that movie, especially the end part of it. This one scene, I'm sure if you guys have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, and my God, that was the most I've cried in a long, long time, but a really good movie, though. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Sony, and this one here is a movie which stars Nicolas Cage called Butcher's Crossing. This is a really interesting movie. It's basically, though, it's about this kid who, you know, wants to go and have, like, kind of put together this whole big, like, buffalo hunting expedition. He wants to kind of go out and end up, you know, to this area where there's all these different buffaloes, like I think it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And basically, though, they're going going to go there and go on this hunting excursion and bringing back all these pelts and basically making all this money and things like that. So this kid, talks to Nicolas Cage's character and basically has him put together this team about them going out there. And it's essentially, though, kind of one of those situations where it's like, they're going out in the middle of the winter and it's like horrible conditions. And it's one of those sort of things where, it's going to be a lot of problems and, there's going to be a lot of, situations that go on out there. And, you get the, very early on too, that Nicolas Cage's character is not exactly, doesn't seem exactly so sure with some of the things that he's doing and some of that stuff as well. It sort of seems like he never had really been on this kind of an excursion before. It's a really interesting movie here. Definitely kind of different. I've been noticing too with Nicolas Cage lately that I think that he really has caught on to the fact that people kind of have him be like a meme. And I've noticed that he's in some ways lately dialed back certain things. And I think what's happening is he's very aware with his performances now, certain things that people pick on or notice, and he's dialing them back. I've definitely noticed that, though. But a really interesting movie here, like I said, Butcher's Crossing here. The next one here, this is from Paramount, and it's for the first time ever on 4K, and it's the 25th anniversary as well as the film, which is crazy to believe this movie's 25 years old now. It's like, because I remember this like so well when this came out, and the fact it's 25 years is just crazy now. It's a movie, Varsity Blues here, like I said, available for the first time on 4K. And this has the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the film as well. This one stars James Van Der Beek and John Voight. I always liked this movie. This one, as like I said, remember really well. Like, I think it was like middle school or something like that, or early. I don't know. I just remember this really well, this film. But this has on here, though, the 4K Ultra HD version of the film, and then has a commentary with the director and producers on here. Football is a Way of Life, The Making of Varsity Blues, 2 Days the Ellis Way, and Billy Bob with No Bacon featurette on this one here as well. The next one here, this is from Asylum. This is one I was really interested in watching. This is from directed by my friend Jose Prendes, and this is the Exorcist, which stars Doug Bradley. Now, it doesn't mention here on the back feature-wise, but it does include special features. So it has on here 20 minutes of behind the scenes, and basically Jose, when he was doing the making this film, he went in every single day, would film a vlog for his YouTube channel. So they cut down the vlogs and put them all together on this one, and they even have some premiere footage on here as well. And they also had some interviews, that was like a kind of like a Skype type interview with the cast on this one here as well. But basically, though, this is about a group of these priests that are coming together, and it's kind of like priests and one that's like a not like a Catholic priest, but she's like pastor or something like that. And basically it's 3 different people, I think it's 3 or 4, and they're all kind of coming together for this girl that's possessed, and they're in this mausoleum. And I think it was the Hollywood Forever Cemetery they filmed it at, because I felt like I had been in that building, but I don't know. I was thinking, I think I walked around in that thing where they filmed that. Basically, though, they're all kind of in there, and going and like one by one kind of going in there and dealing with her as she's possessed. And Doug Bradley is the head priest in here. Like I said, I thought this was a really interesting possession film. I like movies in that kind of setting too, because it was literally all filmed in that like mausoleum. So it had that sort of phantasm kind of feel to it as well. The next one here, now this movie is really an interesting, strange movie that to me, it's the hardest movie ever to explain in like what this movie is and like why they were making this. I can't even imagine what they were thinking in some senses, because it is so odd. But I like it because it's odd, but it is in no means a good movie, though. It's not a good movie, but it's worth looking at. And it's the movie here, What Happens Later, with Meg Ryan and David Duchovny. Like I said, this is a bad movie, but it is worth watching for that purpose. And as strange as it is to say, like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like the most like non-lived-in movie I've ever seen in my life. And every time I kept thinking this, I kept thinking of the movie Unaccompanied Minors. And I was imagining in my brain that while they were doing this, the Unaccompanied Minors kids were screwing around in the airport. Like, that was the only way to kind of make this movie kind of fun, because it's just these 2 people, they're so like, they were basically, David Duchovny was, with Meg Ryan in the past, their characters, and, they didn't work out, and they kind of saw each other for the first time together in this airport while they're on this layover, and it's like a snowstorm, and they're kind of stuck in there. But the thing is, the way they make this movie, you don't see any other characters in the whole film. There's no background extras, there's no nothing. It's just this weird, it's literally, it feels like these 2 died and are in purgatory. And it's literally, that's how it feels. It feels like hell. Like they're in their own personal hell in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and it's like this sort of stuck in this weird thing. Like I said, I've never seen a movie like this in my entire life. I don't think we're ever seeing another movie like this. The way this is structured, the way this plays out, it is so weird. And there's no other word for it. I'm glad to get to talk about it because I haven't seen anything this weird in a long time just because of how it plays out. If you guys have watched this, honestly, let me know what you think because I'm really, really curious. Now, the next one here, this one, this doesn't come out, I don't think, until next month. So, but I want to let you guys know about this one, and this came from MVD. Now, this is getting a top recommendation. This is an absolute must-watch, and I mean, like, I didn't know anything about this one going into this, and this was so good, and literally every actor in this movie is somebody that I hope to work with and the projects that I'm doing down the line. Like, everybody is so good, so incredible. It's a movie here called Candyland, and this is, like, totally my kind of movie in every sense. The big name in this one was William Baldwin, who I never really took notice of and stuff before, you know, because I know he kind of did more TV and things like that, but incredible, absolutely incredible in this movie. Basically, though, this is about lot lizards. That's what it is. You know, if you guys don't know what lot lizards is, it's basically people who are prostituting at truck stops. And basically, this follows around a group of people who are truck stop lot lizards. And it's like a couple different girls and one guy. And basically, though, this weird religious kind of group comes through. And they're very weird. They're trying to talk to them, and the guy is kind of odd. You see the one girl is in the car with them in the religious group, and then all of a sudden something happens. She leaves this religious group and she comes to the hotel and kind of wants to be there and wants to kind of like work as a prostitute with the other girls there. And basically, though, as soon as she gets there, people start dying, and it's basically this cross, and it's basically like, oh, it is intense. It is absolute. Like I said, this is so good. And William Baldwin is one of the kind of police officers that's coming around, and he's sleeping with one of the prostitutes, so he's kind of allowing this to go on, and it's kind of all the inner workings of this, truck stop and the hotel there. It is so interesting and so, like I said, my kind of a movie. I hope you guys check this one out because this was really, really good. Strong, like I said, strong performances all around. The one actress in here was from It Follows. The other actor, he was great, who played the male prostitute. He was from, I believe it was X. But like I said, really, really good movie. It has on here a commentary track and a digital zine on this one here as well. Then the next one here, this is another one. I'll have a link where you guys can go to order this one from the website for the film. It's a movie here called Publish or Perish, and the director sent this one over to review. I didn't know much going into this one. Did not know at all, and this movie took me off guard. It's absolutely, love this movie. It was reminding me a little bit. This would be a movie that would be a really good double feature with the Kevin Pollak movie called Teacher. Like, for some reason, if you guys have seen the movie Teacher, this movie kind of is like, almost feels like it's in that same kind of a universe of the way that this character is reacting. He kind of acts like the way the teacher did, like just insane things. And basically, it focuses on a guy who is a professor, and basically he goes first. It starts off with him going to the school, and basically starting off there. He's meeting his boss there, and the boss is like, "Oh, I don't like tenure, and I know you're planning to get tenure, and I know you're going for that, but just so you know, I don't like it, and I think it's antiquated, and I'm not really a big fan of it." And that's basically, he comes there. That's his goal, and he says, "Well, yeah, in 7 years, then we'll be able to talk about it. So you have a trial period of 7 years." To see if you get the tenure. And basically, though, right now it cuts to 7 years later. He's going to be going for his meeting for the tenure. He's like ready for this thing, and he's supposed to be taking all the paperwork there and all the things he needs to. He's late to get there for the meeting. He ends up accidentally hitting a kid with a car, one of his students. The kid dies, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta get the thing." So he puts the kid in the back of the car, and it's basically this guy makes incredibly bad decisions, and it's one of those sort of things where it's like, oh God, it is so well done, really well shot. Like I said, I also really like the main star of this was great, and especially the boss too. Both of them are incredible in this movie. Definitely, like I said, definitely worth checking out. I believe you can rent this also on Amazon Prime, but if you guys want to get the Blu-ray, the physical copy of it, then that has on here deleted and extended scenes. I'll have a link though, like I said, below where you guys can order this one. And the next one I got here is from Kino Lorber. This is one that I want to let you guys know that was available. And this is the complete second season here of the show Monk. Now, this one has on here, though, and this is, like I said, this is the first time this has been available on Blu-ray. And this has on here, feature-wise, the Minds Behind Monk featurette, a Disher character profile featurette, a Scott Milo character featurette, as well as Precinct Tours featurette on this one here as well. And here's a look, though, inside at the discs for this one. There's also little episode guides on here as well for the episodes that are on here. The next ones here, these ones are from moviezing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. Now, this is one that I did not know that they had made. This is also from Film Hub, and this is The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Now, this is not the original film. This is a remake that they did. I said I had no idea that they were making this, and I always really liked The Brain That Wouldn't Die. That's one of those things, when I think of that movie, I think that was the very first time I had ever seen Elvira, because I remember my dad had like the VHS tape of Elvira like hosting certain things and like some of the episodes and stuff, and I remember that was, I believe, one of the very first ones that I had seen. So I always liked Brain That Wouldn't Die, and basically, though, it was about this doctor, and his fiancee gets in a car accident, and his fiancee loses her head, and he basically brings the head back to life. And it's basically like and he's done all these other crazy experiments, and things kind of get worse and worse. It's a really fun movie, and it's cool to see this one done, because they kind of they did it with that like sort of 60s kind of feel, and like it has that kitschy kind of acting and stuff. I like this one. This is very, very fun. The next one here, this is from Bayview Entertainment. It's also from moviezing.com, and this is one called Screecher from the Lagoon. I keep wanting to say Creature of the Lagoon, but this is Screecher of the Lagoon. And this is a fun creature film, and basically, though, this is about a special forces soldier who's going out. Basically he's one of those kind of people that can track down anyone. There's no one that he can't find, and things like that. And basically, he's going out into the middle of the in the middle of the woods, kind of looking for this creature that's out there that's kind of gone. And it's kind of like, this movie kind of has like a Predator sort of feel to it. And it's him and a group of these other mercenaries that are kind of going out there to try and find this creature and get rid of it. And it's kind of like what goes on and all sorts of problems while they're out there and everything like that as well. And like I said, this one here is called Screecher of the Lagoon. The other one here, this is from MovieZing as well, and this is also from Gravitas Ventures. And this is one here called The Mummy Murders. And this is interesting. This is basically, though, about this guy. He talks to this woman who's a journalist, and she's like, she's basically, he kind of calls her to this restaurant and says, I need to talk to you about something. I have a story that you're going to want to hear. And she's like, well, what are you talking about, story? And he's basically like, oh, no, this is a story. It's going to be a while for me to explain all this, but I have to talk to you about these murders that I've committed. And you're going to want these stories. These are going to be very interesting. And basically, though, he's coming to tell these stories to her and about these people that he had killed, and then he like kind of poses them in these crazy ways after they die, and these pieces, and he's talking about how there might be some people that are still alive, but you need to listen to this, and you'll find out where they are. It's a really interesting film here. Like I said, this one is called The Mummy Murders. And the last one here, to let you guys know that was available, this is one here that was from was this from Film Masters, I think? I believe so. And this is a movie here called, it's a double feature. Yeah, from Film Masters, it's a special edition. And this has The Devil's Partner, as well as a bonus HD print of The Creature from the Haunted Sea on here. So it's a double feature on here. So on disc 1, it has The Devil's Partner presented in a theatrical and TV version. It has a commentary on Devil's Partner by Larry Smuth. On here, it has Hollywood Intruders Film Group's Study Part 3, a documentary on Ballyhoo Motion Pictures. Roger Corman Remembering Film Group, a new interview with Roger Corman. A 2024 recut trailer for the film. And on disc 2, it has the bonus film, A Creature of the Haunted Sea, the theatrical and extended versions. Extended TV version. It has a commentary track, original 16mm trailer of Creature from the Haunted Sea, and the 2024 recut one, as well as the before and after restoration for the film as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.